So you do have this letter, no? Oh no, you don't. Okay, okay. So if you had the letter, would you cut or not? That's a good question. Yeah. In this case, you don't, because it's going to. So we can move the Hoshi stone to here, and then to simplify our lives, let's say this happens, and the Hoshi stone is going to break the letter. Maybe like this. Yeah. So, but imagine you do have the letter. Would you cut or would you still play B? In the game you played C, but okay, the more common Joseki is playing at B. Oh yeah, you're playing white, yes. But anyways, my the answer to my question is if you have the ladder, you should cut. It's a little bit better for black. If you can cut here and capture in a ladder, and this is going to be. Oh, in this case, you don't have the double approach. Actually, this is usually played when you have the double approach. But without the double approach, hmm, that's very curious. Then black captures. Uh, hmm. Yeah, like this, you can get a more solid corner because if you have a double approach, although, well, if you have the double approach, it's this shape, and you won't add another move uh, right away, but there is some magi with cuts like these. It can get complicated in the corner, but well, it's hmm. No, this is all good. The attachment, you mean? You mean the attachment here? No, the attachment is okay. Uh, the attachment is okay, but when white plays here, black should still come back and protect like this. The other option for white actually, and the better option for white. So if you play like this is slightly better for black, as I remember. Uh, if you play like this, in the past, we thought that, let's say, white protects. We thought that this shape was a little bit meh for black because even though it's a safe corner, later when white plays here, uh, there's still a slide. In this case, since you have this pincer, it changes things. But if you don't have this pincer already, the corner shape, uh, you still owe a move around A to protect the corner. So the C approach invasion is annoying in that sense. But AI suggests playing here, which is a little bit wider. You get more points in the corner. And in this way, it's much healthier. And like this, I think it's slightly better for black, as I remember. The new Joseki for white from here is to play this, which would seem totally insane before AI because once black connects here, it feels like black is super solid, but it's still okay. And AI really likes this. Not really likes this, but thinks it's even. Then white protects, black protects, and white protects as well. And this is one of the uh, recent Josekis for this shape. Sometimes you can play here as well. And what was it? Is it this? Then you do have the option sometimes to play like this and then kind of sacrifice the outside, but this is usually bad. Now I don't remember how this goes. Mm, maybe this could be okay. Then black takes the outside. I don't remember exactly what happens after this one, but yeah, I think this is possible. I don't remember really, but this is one of the AI Nujosakis. This Hane is okay as well, but if black either plays like this normally, or if black just let's say white extends, then black can block and take a very healthy corner while also uh, getting a nice shape from A to B, because it's a free space extension, kind of like a die game. It's usually a nice shape for protecting a white space. In the game, he wedges here, and you get a very nice shape. This is very sturdy, and he has an empty triangle. Before AI, we didn't like this shape, and after AI, we like it even less. Uh, like this, your corner is very healthy, and he should at least get this exchange this turn. Super painful for white not to answer, and this is still like so big. In fact, I think AI might suggest you to cut or invade the top right away as soon as you get center back, right? Um, you won't be able to ignore the free right now, but here taking the corner away already is very nice because it's a lot of points, and your group now, your A group is now 100% safe. Before then, if black gets B, black not only gets the corner, but black is indirectly protecting himself against invasions around C, and there would be a chance um, that he can attack you in the future. So let's say he plays here, and I don't know, you Tenuki. Later on, he can attack you, right? So yeah, maybe yeah, this turn, if he wants to attack you, I don't know. Yeah, you can turn here once, then protect, and your group won't die, but it's gonna get pressured somehow. But here, okay, if he wants to push, either play this or cut right away. The cut is plausible, but I still think that black should Tenuki here and play something around A or B first. Hmm. Uh, this is sort of a Joseki for after this schema. The schema is possible even if you have to face the cut, but usually this is played if you can develop something big on the left side, or if you have reinforcements around B. In this case, B is taken by black, and A is too open. It's too big right now. If you had an extension around A, then it would make sense because you don't need to defend C as much. You can only play from D. But right now, it feels like you're gonna get busy, and black only has one group to defend. So as black defends, let's say black plays here. I don't know. You usually you play either the Keima or the Kosumi. It's not always the case that the Keima is best, but usually you play the Keima. Uh, and now one of the key moves in this Joseki fight. This is almost like an after Joseki fight because this A Keima here is often played after the Joseki, right? But it happens so soon that it's almost really a part of the Joseki. Black should Hane and connect. Why? Because if white Hanes and connects a B, it's sent against the corner and white gets much stronger. If, on the other hand, black plays this, now we have all sorts of weaknesses around white's shape. It's much harder for white to attack the E stones from there, and the corner is safe. And not only safe, but we add some points to it. If we contrast it to, let's say, black playing something in the center, or maybe from this side, now white plays here, connects. We need to play here. Later, white will even get this moving center. This moving center, right now it's a little bit difficult because there are some weaknesses around A and B. So maybe black can resist, but I don't know. White can do it later. It doesn't need to do it now. And now white can extend to the side, and oh no, the other side is more important actually. So maybe white jumps here. Even if you try something harsh on the left side, white can already either defend or somehow counterattack. Let's see, this might not be a good idea, but let's say it's okay. Yeah, it's not a good idea. Just defend on the side. Either this or this. And it feels like black is behind in this fight. It's not doing very well. But if he pushes from behind, from the bottom, this should be great for you. And you do have the ladder, I think, right? Yeah, you do. But even if he gets the exchange, still a ladder, I think. I mean, the ladder is still working for you. Oh no, it's not working anymore. Okay. With this exchange, it's iffy. But there's space for you to move around with these stones, so it should be okay. But he could try. Maybe he should do it. So this ladder. Oh, first play this, and then this. Oh, the ladder still working for whites. Yeah, it's still working for whites. My mistake. So whites can get an extra Atari. Oh, it isn't. So, oh, my first reading was all right. Okay. Yeah, you should do it, I think. Do this. Maybe. Oh, but you would like to cut here, but still maybe he just gives it away and then cuts here. Maybe this is the plan. In this case, maybe you can play more lightly then. Just like accept that he took a loss already with A, and you don't need to uh, compromise anymore. I mean commit anymore. Uh, oh, but this usually isn't a great idea. He has the ladder, right? So mm, he doesn't need to do this right away. And I feel like you miss opportunities if you do it right now, because there might be a cut here later for him to abuse weaknesses around C if he comes to play a D um, to try to invade the left side. I feel like it's a missed opportunity, and it's an end game move. You don't need to play it now. It's not like white will play A and then it becomes a good move or something. Uh, uh, well, if you have the ladder, then this is not good for black. But black can play some sort of ladder breaker that creates a moyo on the top. It's not a super good shape. Maybe this is a better shape, less broken shape, or maybe something more ambitious even, something like this. If let's say, well, okay, black plays here, and you had played this move first, right, as the ladder breaker. Which move do you think is more useful? Mm, it it feels, yeah, it feels like it feels like this move doesn't uh it doesn't have a continuation, right? So we play B, and then what? Even if you play something like C to kind of take the territory around D, you don't take it actually because uh, it's invadable. And even if you do take it, black has moves like E to have it be more over concentrated. So let's say you play C now, black can do this. Uh, it sort of fixes the moyo around here. The shape from B to C is looking nice, and the D push is also kind of annoying against white, because if you don't answer later, black can, oops, black can do stuff like this. It's kind of risky for black, but yeah, I shouldn't do this maybe directly. Maybe, or maybe whites could try cutting, but this is risky actually. So maybe white resists, even if black just accepts. It's already a reduction, annoying reduction. If you want to do anything here, you might I mean play a ladder breaker against this corner. You could try the shoulder hit, or you could try to attach, I guess, because as black adds moves here, you can add more moves to it, and it becomes more and more severe uh, for him to continue in this corner. The corner won't get that much bigger, and as you add moves around here, you finally do get your ladder break, right? So uh, this could be an idea, but the other idea might be just to take the corner or invade, because invading here is not only an invasion, but it's an attack against this A group. And as you move out, you're gonna get your ladder breaker eventually, actually. So you have kind of an invisible free move around B. Let's say maybe black plays here first as an exchange and you answer. Uh, then now, if black plays like this, maybe then it is too much to play one. Maybe you need to play the ladder breaker first. Some sort of move around here. And then use this as a launch pad for you to invade finally. It's looking quite painful for black to handle this shape. Maybe black needs to cut. If you extend, black extends Atari, and you Atari as well here. And then is this maybe too much for black as in territory? You get nice influence and the cut is still here. So the top territory isn't that impressive. And your influence is working well with this group, I think. Um, there's always the C cuts issue, but yeah, black should have defended. There's no reason to play this if you're facing the ladder breaker threat. Okay, push. Did you think about this move? K14? This? Or the attachments? So for this shape, the move you need to consider first, uh, well, the first you need to consider this, but this is almost always bad for black. Then there is the bamboo joint breaker move here. Um, but if you just connect, you have enough liberties to fight this out. This sometimes works if black has extra stones around like A or B, um, because then there is kind of a connect and die situation. Let's say black has already a stone here, then black can block, you capture, and then black Ataris. But black doesn't have the extra stone right now, so um, even uh, if he tries, it won't work. You can just keep on moving out, and black's, yeah, you're cutting through black's shape. So if you can, almost always it's better for you to jump here. uh, Sometimes black can also sacrifice. Let's say you have a big moyo on the outside, then black might be able to sacrifice the top, but you need a big moyo on the outside. Otherwise, it doesn't make sense. In this case, when you're pressed like this, Maybe black can even uh, play this move, because if you play the tiger's mouth, usually the tiger's mouth is good if you really need a tight shape. But in this case, you would like to be a little bit more elastic or more to the side, because it helps uh, connections to A, and it helps A itself. And the other reason why one is better than the tiger's mouth is that uh, if you play one, if you play this move, um, one of the drawbacks is that if white plays here, you kind of need to answer. And then from 1 to 3, the distance is not great. But if you take into consideration that A is a very ugly empty triangle that takes away uh, a white liberty by itself for no reason, then this 2 move is a very bad move actually. So you would rather play 1 in this case. And maybe even this, because for the same reasons, like this cut doesn't work, so you can just play from here. Sometimes this move is a very key and pleasant forcing move, but in this case it's an empty triangle, so it doesn't make any sense. So maybe this is a better move even. Yeah. Oh. Mm-hmm. But you only have 2 liberties, right? So L18, K18. Oh, okay. Mm. Oh, maybe. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Can you attach downwards? Oh, but then you can play this. Then if you go down, then black, like this won't work. If this, then just bumping won't work. Becomes a cool. There's this cool. Oh, it's not a cool. Can just connect. Uh-huh. Yeah. Mm, maybe this is another reason why A is not a good move. If you didn't have that exchange, I think he helps. Or does it? Or maybe it doesn't make a difference. Still good for white. Also, you found a nice move. Yeah, you would play it now. Suppose. Oh, what the heck is happening here? I can't play anything. Okay. So then maybe. Oh, this. Then just block this. And this. Oops. If you come from here, and I played this. Also, maybe it doesn't work. Just play at the vital points because you can on it here, and then this is like you can connect getting liberties and yeah, taking liberties away from white. So maybe in the end it doesn't work. White 10, J19. If I block, what's the next move now? G19. Okay. Uh-huh. Yeah. So maybe I need to play this move. Then G18. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it seems to go back to the snapback sequence. This, then just capture. Oh my god. What should this work? If this, then just play the vital points. So maybe this peep is a lot of trouble. Oh, maybe you play this now, and then that's it. Oh. But it's tricky. It doesn't look like this is that threatening. 6. Oh, this. Mm, no, but yes, it might work. Mm-hmm. L19. Oh, nicely spotted. Maybe this first. If you play this one, then we get back to the connection sequence. If you play the diagonal now, then I can play this. Oh, this is a nice sumebo. Oh. Mm-hmm. So maybe this first. Yeah, the simplest way to kill is probably doing this. If white on is, if white comes here, maybe this is the Tasuji. An interesting situation here. I can see myself falling for the trap here. In real games, you usually have more time, not have more time, but you spend a little more time thinking, and uh, you're more careful usually. But uh, this Atari, it only hurts the outside, so black shouldn't do this. It's better for black to just protect. Okay, okay. And it's also better for black to play something like this on the outside. It's more speedy and takes away white space. Although, yeah, the honey here is painful. Yeah, so maybe it's okay to connect after this Atari. The real problem is the Atari for black. Once you get this honey, uh, black could cut you. Oh, black did cut you. Hmm. Uh, uh-oh. And from black's point of view, I think a better move was for black to directly Atari. Because if you come out, then black can play here. And it's two liberties uh, against three on the outside. Then if you connect now, black can move out. And it's difficult for you to move out. So stuff like this, but your shape looks kind of broken on the outside. Black only needs to, so this cut is not very relevant right now if your group dies on the inside. um, Black probably only needs to defend the top at B. um, and it's even kind of difficult for you to cut at C because you have a cut at D as well, right? So maybe even playing like this is better than playing the Keima because it's more threatening for the A cut. And if you get cut through from B, uh, and you don't have the time to respond to the Atari at D against C, then it's tough. I think this is a better sequence because it's more forceful. If you now connect, let's say you connect now, then black gets a Panuki. You can move out, but again, that's cutting through is really painful, and black shape on the outside is much stronger. Uh, if later on, let's say this happens and white connects and black chooses to capture here, uh, then it's like black exchanged A for B with the other Panuki. Maybe black will try to fight harshly now. Let's say uh, white connects. Black will try to fight more harshly now with two. It's a tough fight, but okay. So maybe this is also possible, but uh, I would rather play one. It seems simpler and good enough. Uh-huh. Oh, I see. Makes sense. Mm. Oh, black should go down. Almost always you want to go down when you get this sort of Atari because you gain too many liberties. It's not worth it to Atari on the outside, and in this case, it's even worse to Atari on the outside because you don't get anything, and you only like strengthen and clear White's weaknesses. If black goes down, white cannot go down. Oh, white can go down, but then you cut on the outside maybe. But you don't have the liberties as black, I guess. Can you do something like this? Uh, Confusing. Yeah. Yeah, but the thing is, if the outside group dies, uh, if this AB group dies, then everything is clear for black. Maybe this is okay for white. Not really, because white is still not alive on the top, right? White still needs a move here. And adding a move doesn't even clear things out, actually. So uh, black can play the wedge. And you're not alive yet. Well, you're gonna be alive one way or another because of this. If you connect, then can turn, do this. Oh, maybe you can even attach. Yeah, yeah. Oh, connecting underneath won't work. Uh, but you can squeeze to get the iron center. So it's even better because you live in center. But living in center, but losing this stone uh, takes a liberty out of the B stones and it strengthens black on the outside a little bit. So there is a cost to it. Mm, so maybe the best for white, instead of playing this move, is to simply capture. Because now you have Miai for eyes on both sides. If white goes down, that could be playable. Uh, yeah, that could be a thing. Mm, maybe it is the best actually, because if you connect, you don't really save the the dead stones yet. Oh, you can do it like this actually. Oh, and now if one black saves himself. Oh, but it still doesn't work. It's very iffy for black though, because if black really wants you, can he? Oh, he can. Oh, so you can't really do much yet. So not this nor this is working to save those stones, really. And if it is like this, then black saves everything, and you don't get much. So maybe this is the only move in the end. Or maybe you can, oh, you can just do like this. Mm, not really, because if you go on like this, then if he blocks, he has an extra liberty. Doesn't make a difference. Then we get back to the pig's mouth shape. You play here, and then it's dead. So 2 is even better. Maybe black will need to revert back to that other sequence where white captures. So maybe this is inevitable. White plays from the outside and we get back to this sequence. N18. This one? Oh, maybe something like this is even simpler. But there is a cut. Oh, this cut doesn't work. Nothing. Oh, but this is Sente. So black lives. N16, you mean this cut, right? Ah, I mean this. Mm, mm, uh, yeah, white can't get enough liberties. Oh, wait. Oh, oh, there is this move, and then you connect. Can you? No, you cannot. Cannot do anything here. I don't know. I'm trying to see if there is any shortage or liberty issue here, but don't see anything. Maybe there is, I don't know. But for sure, this is not a good sequence. You don't need to fight a Ko here. He can't do anything. You just connect and he dies. What can he do? This is nothing. You can just capture here. Yeah. If he plays here and you ignore, what would you play? It's black. Mm, Q18. So Q8. Yeah, it's black. No, if white and let's say white thinks so white we saw that this shape we just die, right? So it's like this. R R18. P19. Uh, the shape move here is usually something like this. And then, uh, let's say black plays here, you can just go down. And black can't find the time to really make A, turn A into an I. Just one thing maybe is that R19. Oh, this move. But then you can just Atari. Then nothing, I think. So just this. Just one thing. For this problem, what can happen is that if it goes like this, black sometimes can get this move in center because it threatens a connection to the outside, and then it changes things a little bit because it becomes a call. It should become a call from my memory. What was it? Now if we get to this point, then it is a call already, I think, because white's in the other sequence like this. Oops. You block this, then if black plays here, white would like to go down. But if black manages to honey first, then going down isn't an option. Black has a stone there, so white needs to capture. If now I'm confused. How was this called? It's a step. Oh, plate R18. And then you can, yeah. So yeah, it's a cope because let's say black, let's say white captures, black plays a call threat, white responds to the call threats, black captures, white plays a call threat, and then black ignores. Uh, oh, white can still play here. So is it a step call? White needs to play here, and then when white plays here, we capture, then white plays here again, and then it's a step call. Maybe it's some sort of call. Maybe it is a step call. Step call is is a much more painful thing because you need to divide by 3 if it is a call. The value of the moves here are divided by 3 if it is a call, because it takes 2 moves for you to finish the call, but the other player needs to spend a move to keep the call going on. So it's 3 moves in total. But if it is a step call, you need to spend an extra move to finish the call or to clear things out. So you divide by 4. So let's say we get like 40 points here. Divided by 4, it's 10. So it's really not as valuable as it seems. Here it might be even more than 40, a little bit more. but still divided by 4 it's not that much. And it's a huge burden for for black, because white shape on the outside, uh, yeah, white is not alive, so, but black is also kind of flimsy on the outside, so this shape internally is pretty strong, but yeah, this group isn't alive, so mm, complicated. But a step go is really a huge burden, and white has many co-threads on the outside. But coming back to what happens in the corner, the answer, the better answer for black is not to play that move. Let me see if I can find that out. So if white tenukis, the best move for black is to play this drop down instead of the tiger's mouth. If you play the drop down, then it's a direct call for black to live. Black doesn't need to get to the step call desperation to try to live. Um, and you have to be careful here, because most people, including me, learned that this is a way to trigger the call, but having an extra liberty here makes it so R19 doesn't work as a call actually. Uh, there are multiple ways to trigger a call if um, if this liberty is filled, but if it is not filled, if there is at least one outside liberty for black on this group, not this group, uh, then D doesn't work. You need to trigger the call with E or something else. There are more options, I think, but I remember D and E. So if you do this one, what was it? You play maybe this move. Then when white plays here, you can play this. Is it this? And then when black plays here, if there are no if there is no a liberty, then when white plays here, black cannot play this move. That's the key issue. If black plays this move with this liberty field, it's a self-atari. But right now it isn't, and if white connects, then everything's alive. Uh, what white can do, well, white can do anything, so it doesn't work. But if you start from here, then black can hane, and then connect, and then either way it's a go. If you play from here, which code do you prefer, this or this? S19. You're gonna finish the call with this bulky 5 shape, right? In this case. In the other case, uh, black, yeah, black can connect, but then it dies. Um, so black doesn't have the time to connect. The idea, so why am I asking you this? Is that if if you win the call in this case, then you capture here, and by capturing, you take away black's liberties. Black has only 3 liberties now, and you can even approach from B. You've already freed 2 liberties on the inside, so you can approach from B. That means the blacks group has only 3 liberties. In the other case, if you play from here and you manage to win the call, black can always capture here and get a ton of liberties. This group is, I think, supposed to have 8 liberties on the inside, plus A and B and C. So 11 liberties, that's a lot, right? So maybe black can trigger a capturing race against D. And even if you win, you're gonna have to spend so many moves on the inside. When you try to find a code, try to find the code that gets rid of the most problems. It's not always the case that you really want to get rid of most of the problems, but I think 99% of the cases you prefer this move, A, instead of B. But yeah. But I think that's it for today. Do you have any questions about this game? We can maybe continue this game next time, of course. But... This problem is this problem is amazing because it's a very recurring shape in games, and it can save you so many times. Yeah, it's a frequent problem. In one of my games, I had a similar problem against an insei here in Korea. I had this shape, and I kind of, it was similar to this. It wasn't exactly this shape, but after reviewing, I went like, oh my god, how did I miss this? Because my move was supposed to be this. It's the same shape. I'm just not having that exchange here, but it pretty much becomes the same shape. Uh, it's not exactly the same. I think white needs to start from here, and it's a little bit different, but the feeling is the same, right? This drop down to create coal possibilities in the corner instead of maybe connecting or the tiger's mouth or something like C. Uh, that shape is way more resilient, dropping down at D. Um, C can turn into a coal as well, I think. You need to play something like this. But the other way I think is more troublesome for white, maybe more costly. I don't remember exactly. Uh, yeah. Uh, so see you next week or in 2 weeks.